The love story between French President Emmanuel Macron and his wife Brigitte Macron is a tale that transcends societal norms, age, and even family expectations. What began as a student-teacher relationship in the 1990s turned into one of the most talked about in modern political history. Their story is one of passion, resilience, and defying the odds. A lonely childhood and a fateful encounter. In 1992, a 15-year-old Emmanuel Macron entered the prestigious Lycée La Providence in Amiens, a city in northern France. At the time, his world was confined to his grandmother, who had raised him after his parents' divorce. His relationship with his parents was distant, and his bond with his grandmother was exceptionally close. As he writes in his autobiography Revolution, "As a child, my grandmother was the one who took me to school every day. It was she who taught me literature, philosophy, and poetry." Emmanuel was a solitary child, deeply introspective, and an avid reader of classical literature. His interests in philosophy and poetry set him apart from his peers, and he often preferred solitude to socializing. But everything changed when he met his drama teacher, Brigitte Trogneau, at the Lycée La Providence. Brigitte, who was 24 years older than him, already had a family, including 3 children. She was an accomplished and charismatic woman, with a deep love for classical literature, and she directed and acted in the school's drama productions. Brigitte was drawn to Emmanuel's intellectual curiosity and deep appreciation for literature. During one of the school's drama rehearsals, she kissed him, a kiss meant to encourage, but one that Emmanuel would never forget. That kiss, a moment of affection, would mark the beginning of an intense emotional connection. From that moment on, Emmanuel found himself falling in love with his teacher. Despite the age gap and her family situation, he didn't care that Brigitte was married with children. His feelings for her were undeniable. The revelation came as a shock to Emmanuel's parents. Initially, they thought he had fallen in love with Brigitte's daughter, who was about the same age as him. However, when they discovered the truth, they were taken aback by the unusual nature of their son's feelings for a woman so much older. Emmanuel's father would later describe his reaction as one of panic. The relationship between Emmanuel and Brigitte was met with strong opposition. His parents, deeply concerned, immediately tried to intervene. They decided to transfer Emmanuel to a different school in Paris, far from Amiens, in an effort to distance him from Brigitte. At the same time, Emmanuel's father approached Brigitte and demanded that she stay away from his son. But Brigitte, who had already grown fond of Emmanuel, made it clear that the decision was ultimately Emmanuel's, not hers. She had already accepted the reality of their bond. Despite his parents' objections, Emmanuel remained resolute. He refused to let go of Brigitte, no matter what. "At that time, I secretly hoped my son would change his mind," his father later admitted. "I knew Brigitte, would eventually meet him in Paris, but by then it was too late to oppose it." For Emmanuel, there was no turning back. He was determined to be with Brigitte, and he made it clear that his future was with her. In the face of disapproval and societal judgment, he grew more determined to build a life for them, one that would be fulfilling and secure. For Brigitte, the years that followed were extremely difficult. She faced harsh criticism and judgment from the public and her own family. She was estranged from her family and had a strained relationship with her ex-husband André. The toll was immense, but Brigitte remained steadfast in her love for Emmanuel. Emmanuel, on the other hand, was maturing rapidly. He was driven to succeed not just for himself, but also to provide a stable future for Brigitte. He focused on his studies, excelled in his career, and slowly began to build the foundation for the life they would eventually share. Their bond grew stronger with each passing year. In 2007, after many years of living together, Emmanuel and Brigitte married. And in 2017, when Emmanuel Macron became the youngest ever president of France at 39, Brigitte took on the role of First Lady with grace and dignity, proving that age and societal expectations had never been obstacles for their love. Today, as First Lady of France, Brigitte is known for her elegance, intelligence, and charitable work. She stands by Emmanuel's side, not only as a loving partner, but also as a trusted advisor. Their partnership is one built on a foundation of shared values, mutual respect, and an unwavering commitment to one another. Their journey proves that love does not adhere to societal expectations. It follows its own path. And for Emmanuel and Brigitte, their path has led them to a life filled with accomplishment, love, and resilience. They have shown the world that age, background, and societal norms are no match for the power of genuine affection.